It's not a good day to be a bad guy.
What's up, metalheads? This is Wayne.
And Michelle.
And we are from the Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast. And you are listening to
Burton and Aaron on the Lost in the Dark podcast.
Raise your horns.
The dog.
What the fuck is up, Crypt Crow? Thank you so much for joining me in this epic fucking episode 201, episode 2 in 2021's fucking like haunted holiday season, if you will. It's fucking kind of tripping me out right now. It's fucking daytime outside right now, and I usually do this shit at night. But I'm not burying any leads on this one tonight. We have an incredible guest. Back again for the second time, Johnny Nobody, lead vocalist of Kill the fucking Imposter, back on the show tonight. And again, as people know, whenever I have somebody on the show for the first time, I kind of have like a set of like icebreaker questions just to get to know them and stuff like that. It's kind of what I do. They're kind of shitty questions sometimes and stuff. I've been working on it, all right? But every time someone's back on, then it's just free for all. Then we just go, right? And tonight we got on some awesome fucking topics, haunted, spooky stuff, and it was absolutely always an honor to have Johnny on the show, and it was especially exciting to have him on after getting to meet him for the first time at Riot at the Racetracks a few, I guess months ago now, or a month or so ago, something like that. It was absolutely outstanding, and I love every time I get to talk to this guy. He's amazing. Absolute honor to have him on. And yeah, so we're going to get into that in a second. But first, we got to do some shout outs. First up, as always, our brothers over there in Wisconsin, the Dipping Milk and Cookies podcast, hosted by the Garrett, the Cookie Commander Smith, and Mike, the Master Milker Circovia. Fucking these two best friends try to figure out this thing we call life using friends, microphones, and guests. And I tell you what, this is a podcast. I think they've moved to bi-weekly now, but this is a podcast that I look forward to every time. Huge fucking congrats to the Dipping Milk and Cookies podcast. They just celebrated their 100th episode. 100 episodes of Dipping Milk and Cookies are out now. I cannot, huge congrats, you guys. We had a big celebration for our 100th episode. We just had a big celebration for our 200th episode. Like, I'm so happy for you guys that you guys made it to 100. That's a big fucking milestone. And I cannot speak highly of this podcast enough. It's something that I look forward to all the time. I'm always wanting more Dipping Milk and Cookies. I absolutely love these guys. And, next episode, you might be seeing half of them. So that's all I'm going to say. There, little teaser right there. But everybody, be sure to check out all things Dipping Milk and Cookies podcast. I absolutely love this one. They have some amazing segments. One of my favorites is the question of the week, where they actually ask a question on their Facebook page. So be sure to follow Dipping Milk and Cookies Facebook page. And if you answer their question, they'll read your reply and give you a shout out on the show. Amazing fan interaction. These guys are incredible. Be sure to check out all things Dipping Milk in Cookies podcast on all available podcast platforms. Next up, now this one's an extra special one for me because I just these guys are amazing. And they give us a lot of love on their show, and we're gonna have them back on very, very soon for a very, very special haunted holiday episode. Of course, I'm talking about the Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast. Coming to you from the glacial dumping grounds known as the Michigan Basin, Wayne and Michelle are a Michigan-based husband and wife educator and podcasting duo that examine UFOs and other paranormal topics within Michigan and beyond. Topics include UFOs, the paranormal, conspiracy theories, ghosts, alternative history, the Michigan Dogman, Bigfoot, cryptids, and all things strange and paranormal. And they actually just had on a guest, I believe her name was I want to say Christina Gonzalez, I want to say. Amazing. Episode 17. I just finished listening to it before I started doing this. I love this podcast. It's probably my favorite paranormal podcast ever right now. You know what I mean? Like the one of the ones I've found, at least. And especially in terms of podcasts with the format of having guests. You know, a lot of paranormal podcasts are like call in, telling stories, going over historical stuff, which is awesome, and I love a lot of those. But in terms of ones with guests, you know, just the conversation, they're kind of few and far between, at least in my experience. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is absolutely one of the best to me. Every single episode, this is what I call this podcast, the gift that keeps giving. It's every single episode they have someone on who I'm not always terribly familiar with, and it gives me a brand new rabbit hole to go down, and I absolutely fucking love it. I find new podcasts to listen to, new YouTube channels to follow, almost every episode that get me very, very excited. So everybody, be sure to check out All Things Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast. Again, be looking out. We're going to have a little Swapcast crossover haunted holiday event coming up soon. Little teaser right there. But they are just two of the most wonderful people I've ever met doing this podcast, and cannot wait to fucking get to talk to them again very, very soon. So huge shout out to Wayne and Michelle from the Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast. Check them out. You will not regret it. Come on. They're on episode 17. And I feel like I'm talking to mostly metalheads right now. And what do metalheads like to do more than anybody? Get in on the ground floor. We like to fucking be like, when did you tune in? Because I've been in since episode 1. You know what I mean? I've been in since album 1. You know, that's like a thing, that weird little thing that metalheads like to do. So right now, you have a chance to start listening to this podcast and get in on episode 17. You're in the first 20 episodes. You're on the ground floor. So get into it now. Trust me, it's fucking amazing. And you may or may not hear an episode with me and Aaron on there. And if you go back a little bit in our archives, you may find one with Wayne and Michelle. So I absolutely love these two. And be sure to check out All Things Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast, especially during the haunted holiday season. Come on now. Now, normally right here is where I do band shout outs, but this month, as everyone knows who's been watching, I am doing a show shout out, the Halloween show taking place on Halloween night at the Diesel Concert Lounge in New Baltimore, Chesterfield Township, Michigan. This show will be it's going to be the most amazing Halloween show ever. Most amazing show, most anticipated show of the year for me. Fucking, it blows my mind. I cannot wait. I'm counting the days. I could die after this. I probably will die at this show. We have Hate Unbound. Fucking Michigan's own Pestilent Age will be there. Huge shout out to Pestilent Age. They're fucking killer. Lansing's own, our brothers, Crypt Crew family for life. One of the first ever guests we had on this show, Recorruptor, will be at the show. Motherfucking, as I mentioned them earlier, Dipping Milk Cookies, Garrett the Cooking Commander Smith is the guitarist for Reflection of Flesh. They will be at this show and on this podcast maybe later tonight. A little teaser there for you. Next up, we got fucking War, I believe. Yeah, Raleigh, North Carolina. They're from Raleigh, North Carolina, all the way from Raleigh, North Carolina. Fucking, they will finally be up here in Michigan. We've had them on the show technically twice. They were one of the only bands where we actually lost an episode, which still breaks my heart to this day. But we had them back on again. They were gracious enough to come back on and kind of have another first episode, more or less. But I cannot wait to finally get to meet these guys in person and see them live. They bring the thunder. Next up is a band that the first time I ever saw them, I immediately was like, these guys are way too big for the stage. It was a pretty small stage I was seeing them on. The Breathing Process. Come the fuck on. They are absolutely one of my favorite bands going right now. And then fucking a band that I fucking owe so much to, that I love, I follow to death, and I will never, ever, ever miss a Michigan date for the Convalescence. Come the fuck on. Convalescence is going to be there on Halloween. All of these bands opening for Michigan legends Battle Cross, a band that was very fucking formative. They for me, coming up in Michigan, going to shows as a young person, they were on every bill. They were always on the show, and I haven't seen them in a long time. I have every single one of their CDs. I've met them multiple times. I love these guys so much. So the idea that all these bands that we've been able to talk to on the podcast, many in which I'll be meeting for the first time at this show, and then on top of that, Convalescence is going to be there, and then on top of that, Battle Cross is going to be there, and it's just... And it's in it's in a venue I can't even begin to describe. It's in one of the wildest venues I've ever seen in my life. It's absolutely incredible. This is going to be an amazing Halloween show that, you know, if you don't see any episodes of Lost in the Dark after Halloween night, I might have died. That's where we're at for this one. So without, you know, I cannot fucking wait. One more time. Halloween night, October 31st in New Baltimore, Chesterfield Township at the Diesel Concert Lounge. We have Hate Unbound, Pestilent Age, Recorruptor, Reflection of Flesh, War, The Breathing Process, The Convalescence, and Battle Cross. All on the same fucking bill. This is a once-in-a-lifetime show. It will probably never happen again for hopefully all the best reasons. And I've been counting the days. It's my most anticipated show of the year. So please, everyone, if you're in the Michigan area, get tickets soon. Tickets are selling quick. I know Pestilent Age, if you hit them up for a ticket, they'll also send you a free copy of their new EP right there. So hit up Pestilent Age for a ticket. If you are coming, we will be there. All of Recorruptor will be there. All of Lost in the Dark podcast will be there. At least some, I'm sure, of Bog Talk and Bog Wraith will be there as well. Huge fucking night in Michigan. Halloween night this year at this show. Cannot fucking wait. But that's going to do it for the shout outs. Without further ado, everyone, fucking let's get into this. Before I get into it, I do have one more quick shout out for our brother Johnny Nobody from Kill the Imposter. They have upcoming tour dates, all right? Here they are. October 28th, South Carolina at Got Rocks in Greenville. October 29th, in Twin Cities, Georgia at Keno's Bar. And October 30th, they're headlining their own Halloween fucking fest, blast, fucking massacre on October 30th in Orlando, Florida at the Haven Lounge. And it's going to be fucking chaos. If I could be at any of their shows, I absolutely would be. They bring the thunder every fucking time. One of the most high energy bands going today. Everybody, if you can, if you're going to be in South Carolina, Georgia, or Orlando on the 28th, 29th, or 30th, look up Kill the Imposter, because they will be there and they are going to fucking tear the house down. So be sure to check that out. Be sure to check out the fucking show at the Diesel Concert Lounge in Michigan on Halloween. And be sure to check out all things Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast and the Dipping Milk and Cookies podcast. But without further ado, my friends, Crypt Crew! Let us all welcome back to the show once again, our fucking brother and Crypt Crew family for life. It's always an honor to have you, my friend. Johnny Nobody from Kill the Imposter is with us tonight. My friends, enjoy. And we are off. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Lost in the Dark. Tonight, I am joined by our good friend, Johnny Nobody from Kill the Imposter.
Yeah.
He has returned once again.
You summoned the beast.
Yes, exactly. Right off the top, though, man, I know you guys have a few tour dates coming up in about 2 weeks or so. Why don't you go ahead and plug those really quick?
It's a great question. They popped up really quick. So
yeah,
we have South Carolina at Keno's. We have Georgia at a really nice place. I don't know. I don't remember.
It's oh yeah, no, I got it right here actually. Holy shit. Yeah, you got the 28th South Carolina at Got Rocks.
Got Rocks. That's right.
in
And
Greenville.
then
Yep.
Georgia is
Keno's
Right.
Bar in Twin City, and then you're
Yep.
back, and then you got a big homecoming Halloween bash in
Yeah.
Orlando. Where's that one at? Haven Lounge.
At the Haven Lounge. Yeah,
Excellent.
we're headlining that thing.
Yeah.
Gonna finally outgrow this place.
Is that now? That's not you guys have been headlining all year, right?
Yeah.
Number of
Yes
headlines.
and no.
Yeah,
If I'm being honest, I don't really like headlining. So
fair enough. Now you guys have had a handful, sadly, dates get canceled. The Convalescence 10-year anniversary tour, that was a big bummer. And then what happened with Rebel Rock?
I wish I could tell you everything that happened with Rebel Rock. What can I say about Rebel Rock legally?
Oh, fair enough. Wasn't it a weather thing? Wasn't there a big storm, I feel like, or something? Am I remembering that right?
So it's no big secret. I went there on Thursday to see the stage, to see the bands, to see whatever. We didn't play till Sunday, but because we got home early from tour, I was like, fuck it, I'll just go to Rebel Rock. We went in. It was awesome. It looked great. The tops of my shoes stayed dry.
That's good.
There was no flooding. There was no mud. Yeah. So then the day we were supposed to play, I get a text message that says, hey, it got canceled. I went, for what? And they said, because weather. And I said, but it didn't rain. And that's about all I can legally say.
Fair enough. That is because I know, I mean, we had talked about it a little bit before. I know you guys were really looking forward to that one. There's a lot of people that were supposed to be on that bill that I know were really looking forward to it. So that's a bummer.
It's a hometown show in front of that many people. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Even like we talked about last time, like, so, you like you said last time, you prefer like more intimate shows, but even so, like getting in front of a giant crowd like that once in a while has got to be beyond amazing. So
and we started that tour off with Blue Ridge.
Oh shit. Okay.
So like doing that.
You
then
guys
doing a
did
couple
play
dates.
that.
Yeah. And then coming home to not play is like, wow.
Yeah.
Not only do I get to leave tour early, drive all the way back from Michigan to Orlando with nothing to do in between.
Right.
And then I get home thinking, I got Rebel Rock. We're going to be fine.
And then that gets ripped away.
We did play that night at Ace Cafe.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, a bunch of promoters and stuff around here put some stuff together for everyone that got kind of messed over with Rebel Rock. So
that's cool. At least you still got something. That was nice of them.
Yeah, for sure.
And you guys, so you was when you went out this year, because I know you played, lots through everything that happened and everything when everybody else wasn't playing
through the pandemic.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But was this kind of like run the first time you'd been playing out of Florida since then?
Yeah. We had four tours cancel.
Right.
So then we're like, oh, we finally get to go. Yay. Yeah. I gotta say, I met a bunch of good bands. I met a bunch of, everywhere we went was rad.
Hell yeah.
Even if there wasn't a lot of patrons, I guess the way to say that. Like Ohio was a bit weird.
Okay.
We had a lot of people waiting outside the venue to see us. And then they did the mandatory vaccine card. So we watched all the people standing in line get back in their cars and go.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So that was weird. And then we went from Youngstown, Ohio to Cincinnati, Ohio. And the guy in Youngstown says, yeah, it's a statewide mandate. Good luck playing anywhere in this city or this state. And I was like, oh, fuck. I guess I'm gonna drive all the way to Cincinnati for nothing.
Right.
And I get there and it was 180-degree difference. So
All right. Well, hey, worked out then.
yeah.
And then of course we got to finally meet in person at Ride at the racetrack. Finally, which was I mean, you guys, first time I ever got to see you live and fucking destroyed, like absolutely demolished.
Thanks, man.
That entire place. Like unbelievable. And you know, it's like we talked about before, the, you know, just the energy that you guys bring to the stage. Very you know, very, very rarely do I see that anymore at all, sadly. And you guys just fucking brought every ounce of it. And it was, yeah, I had a great time. Aaron and I know we had a great time. That was an awesome show.
I felt horrible. I broke the stage.
Did you really?
When I jumped off the
high-rise thing? Or
yeah.
the speaker or whatever?
Yeah, as soon as I landed, the stage went and split like that far. I was like, sorry.
You keep breaking stuff when you jump off the stage. You had a pool table once. Like...
Yeah. It was just such easy access. It wasn't like I had to climb. It was...
It's right there. Did you ask that sound guy to mic up your recorder?
No. I gave my recorder away at Blue Ridge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We had a super fan who was like, "Oh, buy your recorder." So I traveled with it so I could bring it to him. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Hell yeah.
Like your mask that you didn't take because you got busy.
I was standing there looking for you guys watching a band, and I look over and I'm like, "Aaron, is their bus gone?" He's like, "It was right there, right?"
Yeah.
We're like, "Where'd they go?"
Yeah, we're quick.
You are. You're lightning fast.
Got to get out of that cornfield.
Right. Yeah. That's literally, I'd never been out there before to that venue. I'm not aware of any other shows that have ever happened there, actually. And they literally like 3 miles to the closest gas station.
Bro, we just kept driving. It was like
crazy.
There's no way we're playing here. There's no way we're playing here. Wait, we're playing here. Damn it.
There it is.
Yeah, it's in the fucking field.
It was a cool little venue, though. Not bad sound at all for what it was. And I thought the stage setup was pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't hate it.
Yeah, the way I had it set up was nice. But it was a great show. The only, you know, obviously the biggest bummer is Keith not being able to play because he was having a health issue. But
because he was dying.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
But luckily, he's all good now, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
How has now? Literally, the last time we talked, I think, was like the same day or the day after you had just gotten a new bus. How did that work for this tour and everything?
The bus is rad.
Hell
yeah. It's murdered out now. We got TVs in there now.
Oh, nice.
We got PlayStation in there now. It's a little nicer not listening to people snoring. Like,
right.
Yeah. That's good.
Less driving. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Gonna turn it into a prep wagon soon.
A prep wagon?
Yeah.
What's that?
Like a bug out apocalyptic vehicle.
Oh, fuck you. Like Mad Max shit.
Yeah, you have to.
Hell yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Exactly. Why not?
Right.
That's a very good point. I mean, look the Convalescence's bus, for Christ's sake.
Exactly.
Monster machine.
I'm scared to walk into that thing.
Yeah. You don't know what's gonna get you. Yeah, man, you guys absolutely destroyed that show. And yeah, you got these 3 shows. Are these 3 shows coming up the only ones, at least at the moment, for the rest of the year then? Or
so we had a bunch of stuff planned,
mm-hmm.
Which kind of all went up in the air when everything went up in the air. So these are the 3 we have. Mm-hmm. We met up with the Coursing. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Mm-mm.
From, I believe, North Carolina.
Nice.
And they're playing before us Halloween Havoc.
Nice.
And we just became fast friends. And they're like, yeah, let's do these 2 shows before. I was like, hell yeah. Good news. We're going back into the studio November 17th.
Yes.
So 6-song EP called Death Becomes You.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. So
great title. And that's going to be the first follow up to the Violent Sessions, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So we're looking January release for that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Where
so we'll tour that next year, I'm sure. Hell
yeah. Where are you recording at?
There's a couple places here that we use multiple recording studios because a lot of the places here don't have live drum rooms.
Ah.
So.
And you prefer live drums?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he can't do it live, he shouldn't be able to do it. Record,
right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Some guy going AST, AST, AST. Nah.
Yeah.
Play that shit.
Yeah. I'm with you on that for sure. I always prefer live drums.
Yeah.
It's just there's something about it, it adds like a rawness, I think, to the overall sound.
It's a needed rawness, like
especially for your kind of sound too. It's such a stripped down raw thing that it really pushes it, helps push it over the top a bit.
Yeah. I still don't know how to define our sound, but raw might be good.
It's yeah. Raw, just I say this about the band Filth all the time. There's no other band out there to me whose name better describes their own sound. Just filthy.
It is nasty.
It's nasty.
Like,
yeah, that's exactly.
You have to do the face, like you have to. Oh,
nasty, violent.
Did you do that thing? Oh, yeah. I love Filth.
Yeah. Oh man, I saw them for the first time this year too, and they blew me away. Absolutely blew. Like if there was like a Convalescence Kill the Imposter Filth tour, that alone would be just a massacre.
Can you imagine that?
Oh yes.
Oh.
It'd be fucking amazing.
Dirtiest.
Yeah.
Grimiest. Filthiest.
Yeah.
So good. Anyway.
Fucking awesome. Have you so you said you went to Blue Ridge on Friday. So have you been to any other shows besides that? Just kind of like as a fan this year?
I might be checking out Body Snatcher tomorrow, but they're my homies. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we all live in the same town, so it's not like.
That's awesome.
Orlando's weird like that. Like you don't realize who comes out of here because Orlando by itself doesn't really celebrate our music per se.
Yeah.
So we have a couple of venues, but it's like if it isn't EDM or did I say that right? Electric dance music.
Yeah.
If it's not EDM or if it's not Spanish hip hop or something, it doesn't really get. So Orlando's that weird place, man. Mm. Like it's just where you think it's like entertainment central, and then it's not at all.
Right.
Like,
and so, isn't that near at least where I can't remember the name of the studio, the famous studio though, where Cannibal Corpse and Obituary and all them recorded?
That's Tampa.
That's Tampa. Okay.
Yeah, it's 2 hours away.
Okay, for sure.
And there's less to do in Tampa. Believe it or not.
I believe
sincerely. Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 venues. The bigger venues cost so much to put on shows that no one puts on shows there. Like $7,500
to play,
to put on a show. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
This is nuts.
How How could I don't get that? Like,
I don't either.
That's weird.
So you have to wait for a tour package to come through, or
something to hop on.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's insane.
That's cool though. That's cool. Right. That's cool though that you're seeing getting to possibly see Body Snatcher tomorrow. I don't think I've ever seen them. They'd probably be amazing live.
They're pretty great live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played paintball with the singer, so.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, we all live in the same town. Like,
yeah.
It's just, hey, what's up? Hey.
Right.
And there's so many bands here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other thing. There's so many bands. Like, so we've worked our ass off to be different.
Yeah.
And even that gets a little copied from now and then. But I mean, how many risks can you have in deathcore? Like,
yeah.
So like you can't get too mad about it, but then it's like there's 7, 8, 9 bands in 10 miles.
Wow.
That sound similar. And we all play the same venues, and it's like, get me out of this town.
Right. I mean, how many venues do you have down there in Orlando?
So technically for our genre.
Yeah.
2.
Okay.
3 maybe. But like you're dealing with like one that doesn't allow moshing.
Well,
it's like why clearly we can't play there.
Right. Yeah.
Like that doesn't make any sense. And then the good ones are downtown. So it's kind of like Tampa. You got two really great big places, and you got some ordinary spots.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's a little weird. I would honestly have thought, you're right. I would have thought there'd be a more than that at least. Cause I mean, shit, up here in Lansing, it's basically a small town wrapped up in a big city. And we used to have, we had two. We don't have either of them anymore, but we had two really good ones. And I would definitely have thought Orlando would have more than Lansing.
Yeah. I mean, we have plenty of bars,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't have venues per se.
Right. Yeah. There's there were definitely a lot of good ones that were lost, but luckily there's still a few good ones up here, like especially in Detroit. There's a place that you guys were actually supposed to be at on the convalescence tour 2 days before Ride at the Racetracks, the Sanctuary. If you ever get a chance to come up here and play there, man, you'd love it. It's a great little venue.
It's
Really
best
great.
if I don't comment how sad I am. I don't want people to know that I get sad.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean,
Would've been
yeah, we're gonna come back and destroy that place.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, that was definitely a bummer. But it'll just make it that much better when you guys do finally get to come up and play and everything. And
September was a real bummer.
yeah.
There's so much about it that I was like so excited for, and then just like, fuck. That's like inviting 100 people to your birthday party and your sister shows up.
Yeah.
You're like, it's great to see you, but
God damn it.
it would have been way better with everyone else.
Yeah. And did you come up here? I thought, well, I don't know if it actually happened or not. Now I think about it, but I thought I remember seeing you post something about around the time you guys were going to be playing those couple dates in Michigan that you're going to do like a tattoo thing somewhere in Detroit.
Yeah.
Do you have?
Like I was tattooing in every town we went to.
Oh, awesome.
But then all of that got canceled.
Do you have like a buddy that works in a shop up here or something?
Yeah, man. I know a lot of people in the country, so I could just call and be like,
oh wow,
hey, I'm gonna work in your shop for a day, and they're like, oh,
that's awesome, man.
But that didn't get to happen. So
yeah, that is a bummer, but it's still cool that you can do that. How since the last we talked, how have like your shops and everything been doing?
Oh, everything's busy.
Good.
The one in England is a bit hit or miss because they do the pandemic way different than we do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's all good. I did some TV stuff with Ink Magazine.
Yeah, I saw that.
They try to cancel me because I said I want more originality in tattoos. I was like, cancel culture, really, for originality?
Right? That doesn't
neat.
For tattoos, like what?
Literally, the question I got was, if you could bring back any trend in tattooing, what would it be? Mm-hmm. I said, more originality. Stop taking people's tattoos off of Google.
Yeah.
66,000 people telling me I was a judgmental prick. I was like, really? You guys need a hobby.
Apparently there's that many people out there that think it's okay to just take a picture off Google. And
yeah, it's a weird place, man.
Yeah. That's bizarre. I would never have expected that.
Nope. I didn't either. So when I started getting all these like random people like telling me I was a judgmental prick, I was like, for what? What did I do?
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense. Did you just recently post a picture of like a portrait that you did of like someone's face or something, like maybe it was a character or something, like a Joker character or something like that?
Yeah, the fucked up Frankenstein.
That was really sick.
Thanks,
That
man.
was very impressive. I thought that was awesome.
Thanks.
Definitely.
Thanks, Burton. You're pretty awesome.
Oh, thank you, Johnny. Now I have to ask, because we are in the, kind of like the haunted holiday season and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when I asked you last time, have you ever had anything paranormal happen? You definitely gave me probably one of, if not the best answer I've ever had. Talked about your collections and things like that. Fucking amazing. I was wondering if you had any recent new additions to your dead things collection.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
sitting in the deadest room I have. So
Oh, no way. Hell yeah.
yeah. Ready?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Here, let me flip the camera on for you, buddy.
That's a sick like throne you're sitting in too. Goddamn. Oh my God. Okay, and you said one room was like animals and stuff, and another room was human stuff, right?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the living room.
So this is the animal stuff.
This is the animal stuff.
Okay. Lots and lots
Um,
of skulls. Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome.
yeah, they're everywhere. Yeah, flip that back around. So yeah, I mean, everything in here is death, really.
Yeah.
I have a pair of Houdini shackles.
Oh wow. Is that new? Did you get those recently?
No, I just don't
No?
show many people.
Fair enough. Were they ever used?
Yeah,
They were used? Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
they're pretty neat.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I'll show you.
Hell yeah. The what was her name? Annie Chapman stuff from last time, still unbelievable to me. Really fucking cool. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
Annie's cool. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's really amazing.
Thanks.
It's a
Sorry for the noise.
Oh, you're fine. It's the sound of chains. It's perfect for this.
Blow everyone's speakers out. And then we have some cool stuff like art made out of human hair.
Now, who does that? Is that like an artist that does that sort of thing, or?
It used to be popular back in the day.
Oh wow. Okay.
All of that is human hair. So
Wow.
crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never heard of anything like that. That's really awesome.
Thanks, man.
Definitely. So but yeah, any very new or recent additions or anything like that?
Nothing new.
Nothing new? Okay.
No, we've been working on the house lately, so
Yeah.
ain't got time for that.
And now you've been there for, I mean, God, when I can't even remember exactly when we last talked on the podcast, but you've probably been there for about like 3 years now. And you showed us an amazing footage from your living room, I think, with the orb.
Yeah,
and sat down on
yeah.
the couch. To this day, I've seen a lot of orb videos. I've never seen one do that before. That was very, very strange.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any
Me and the wife heard a weird noise today, and we both looked at each other like, did you hear that? Yeah, we heard that. All right, cool. Go about your day.
Right. No, I was literally just gonna ask if there had been any recent activity. So
No.
that sound not too much.
Other than the animals kind of noticing something in our hallway, but
Okay.
it's like they stop and go around it. But
Huh. That's interesting.
the amount of dead stuff I have in this house, it's down some bad.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you said you had a fucking Ouija board that like made you vibrate.
Yeah, it's
when you
horrible.
touch it. Yeah, do you still have it?
No,
Oh, what'd you do with it?
I could not keep it. Like
Oh,
that was an easy get rid of for sure. It was
you
weird, man. Like when you touch the glass that I put it behind, it would get hot. It was weird.
That
Yeah.
is very bizarre. But you also said that it was it was it wasn't no Parker Brothers.
It was before Parker Brothers. It was
Right.
1890. Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. And that's very interesting. That's very interesting.
That was horrible. As cool as it was, like it was just no bueno.
You didn't like it? Yeah, it was a bad feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I've tried to get rid of most of my stuff that was too. Like
Negative.
I had a bunch of dead kid skulls.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I'll send that to you. There's there's footage of it where I ended up selling a lot of it to the Sacramento Skull Museum.
Oh wow. Okay.
And it was just like there's too much. You could feel it, like
Negative energy.
yeah,
Kind
it was
of
just
thing.
thick,
Yeah.
very thick. Yeah.
Okay. And were they were these kid skulls from any, like, were they from a whole bunch of different situations and people and things?
Yeah,
or
for
was
sure.
it- okay.
So when I started collecting skulls, it was like I had a cadaver skull,
Mhm.
and I was like, well, that's cool, but I don't know anything about this thing. Like, what
Yeah, you
did it
didn't know.
matter? It was just
Right.
cool to have a skull or whatever.
Sure.
And then I was like, when I started really getting into the collection, it was like I needed to have a death date or a born on date. I needed to know region. I needed to know way of death.
Mhm.
So it was like, there's a couple of them I had where I was just like, it's cool. You're going to sit on the shelf for a minute until I figure out how this really feels. But yeah, I had probably 23 of them, 24 of them that I ended up selling.
Wow.
I still have some stuff, but
Yeah. You didn't want anything feeling thick, like you said. That I understand that completely. You
I
breathe.
had too much going on. It was like, now I need extra. Like I have extra,
Yes.
like bills were already too expensive. Now I have this heavy ass feeling in my head. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's time for that to go at that point. That's for sure.
yeah, for sure.
What? I don't think I ever asked you this actually. What made you get into collecting this kind of stuff? Was there any kind of
Yeah, there was
catalyst?
this lady in Renton, Washington,
Mhm.
and she owns a tattoo shop, and I remember going to her house to do a guest spot, and I was doing the tattoo convention there. She goes, "You can stay for a week," and I remember sitting down in her living room. There's a skull and a globe, and it had like a gold tooth and stuff, and I was like, "Man, that's the coolest thing ever."
Yeah.
Is that real? She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "What? Really? Can I hold it?" She goes, "Yeah, of course you can." I was like, "Oh, rad. Okay, cool." And then I just got fascinated, man. But then it was like I didn't want it to be like I had skulls from 1878.
Wow.
Like for me to be able to tell their story still, that's kind of why I did it. Like their story was still coming to life. Or if not, they would have just been some person who died in 1878 that you never knew about anymore.
Right.
So that's it was actually, I tried to do the right thing, but skulls.
In terms of that, in terms of like collecting them and then kind of going deeper to find more out about the I don't know, the piece's history.
Yeah, for sure.
What any stories or anything, any events or anything like that really stick out to you that you've learned along the way?
No, I mean, I was just super into the anatomy, to be honest with you.
Okay. Fair enough.
Like if I could see something with a bullet hole in it,
Yeah.
which I had a couple of those where it was like, wow, like how did you really put yourself in their shoes for a second?
Right.
Like, wow, I'm holding your head and you thought that putting that gun against your face was the brightest idea you could have. Like that was your way out. So that fascinated me. That was like, holy shit. Like I felt like you kind of held their power for a minute.
Right.
And just kind of like soaked it all in. It's kind of weird feeling, but I don't know, man.
Weird
I don't know.
energies and shit, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you ever go ahead?
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna ask if you'd ever visited any sort of notable, maybe haunted locations in your area.
There's nothing in our area.
Really?
Yeah,
That's surprising.
Orlando. Where's Casadega? Casadega? Am I saying that right? I think so. Casadega is like the number one psychic place in the world.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And there's supposed to be some stuff there, but I don't really buy into the psychic stuff too much.
Yeah, I have a hard time with that too.
St. Augustine
Mhm.
is the oldest city in the country, like established city.
Mhm.
So we go there quite a bit, and you could feel it still. You could feel like it has the country's oldest schoolhouse, and you walk in there, you're like, it's cool.
Yeah. That's interesting. I didn't know that was the oldest. Established city. That's fascinating, actually.
Yeah,
They definitely got to have some stuff there.
me and the wife are history buffs, so
Nice.
we deep dive.
Hell yeah. Have you ever been down to like Key West?
No.
There, I went down there. Well, I've been there twice, but if shit, probably like 6 years ago back now, me and some friends took a trip down there, and we learned that it was originally called the Island of Bones or something like that,
Mhm.
because when the first like European settlers arrived, that's all they found on the whole island was just covered in bones. Nobody knows who or what they were or why they were there or anything.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, and there's a lot of really, really crazy haunted shit on that. That's actually where, if you've ever heard of Robert the Doll,
Hmm.
he's in a museum down there.
Yeah, I
It's-
heard about that. Yeah,
yeah, it's that one's
the
pretty.
little sailor doll thing.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. And that one's pretty interesting. That one's actually really interesting because that, part of the lore or whatever is if you go there and you take a picture of them, you're supposed to ask him for permission to take a picture first. Otherwise, fucked up shit might happen. And they actually have like a wall of letters written in by people who like didn't ask for permission and are asking for forgiveness because a bunch of fucked up shit started happening to them.
Testimony.
Yeah, yeah. And then even us, like we got back to our room that night and we had a light in the living room kind of like start turning on and off on its own and shit. It was kind of weird.
Energy's weird, man.
Kind of strange. Cool place to
Yeah.
check out though if you're into history, because there's a lot of really neat history. Again, they got like the Ernest Hemingway house,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Really cool spot to check out.
Yeah, that St. Augustine's all like Ponce de Leon.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that's where he landed.
Oh wow.
So they
okay.
have the fountain of youth there that you can drink from the it's gross water, but yeah, so we went in the oldest jailhouse. And
Wow.
we were in the bottom floor, we were taking the tour, and we went into like solitary confinement.
Sure.
And it was like kind of, I'm fine with all that stuff. Like I don't really, but my wife looked over at me. She's like, honey, I can't be in this room anymore. And there's a bunch of people from all over the country, just, oh my God, look at this. Oh my God.
Mhm.
And her and I are just looking at each other like, this isn't right. So we walked out of one of the rooms, and I've never in my life ever had to leave a place, but I had to leave and I puked right when I got outside.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was gnarly.
Whoa.
I wasn't feeling sick at all. Like she looked at me and said, "Are you okay?" I was like, I gotta go." I literally walked out the door and went, blah.
Wow. That's pretty interesting. And this was in a jailhouse.
Yeah, the country's oldest jailhouse or whatever it's called. But anyway, yeah, in St. Augustine, it's amazing. But again, like you feel fucked. Like I've never felt like that before. I've been in some fucked up places.
Yeah.
I guess just because I was like open to it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like let's do this kind of thing. I don't know. It was weird, man. It was and I'm not a puker either. Like
Right.
like I had really bad COVID recently.
Oh wow.
And like I had like the Delta variant, whatever
wow.
that is. So I puked then, but my wife's never seen me throw up in 6 years I've been with her. When we went to St. Augustine, I was like, blah. I was like, I feel fine. I don't know why that happened.
That is weird. That is very bizarre. Well, I'm glad you're feeling. I didn't know you had COVID. I'm glad you're feeling better.
That's fine. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sit on a couch and suck it up like a man.
Right. What else can you do?
Nothing.
That is wild though, especially from coming inside of a jail. That makes it, that kind of adds weight. That adds, there's a weighty feeling to those kind of places, especially the oldest in the country. Come on, like that's got to be nuts.
I think like all those like paranormal places have gone there too.
Like
the
like
taps and the
yeah. I'll have to check that out.
It is cool.
Yeah.
I've gone to St. Augustine. Was it Taps, the original show?
Yeah. The Ghost Hunters.
Yeah, whatever that. Yeah, that one. Went to the lighthouse there.
Okay.
and they saw someone peek over the banister, and it was
Oh, I might actually remember that one.
yeah. My kids won't go in there.
Oh wow.
It's amazing, like the museum and stuff.
Uh-huh.
We get to the bottom of it, and our kids are like, "Nope, I'm done."
Wow.
And they've never seen the show, so
Wow. So they have no like preconceived notion. They're just getting a feeling.
and we don't say stuff like that because we
Right.
want to have fun with them. But like, crazy, man.
That is wild. There's a place up here in Detroit, like right kind of like on the river in just like kind of like south of the main part of the city, called Fort Wayne. It's an old fort that was, used during war and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And I've been there 2 or 3 times on like a paranormal investigation, and every single time something weird has happened. But the first time I was in the jail, which oddly enough was like like we walked through a whole bunch of like kind of old, kind of fairly decrepit buildings and stuff, and then we get to the jail and it's like kind of the cleanest and like most well lit and looked kind of the nicest out of anywhere, which I automatically thought was strange. But then off to the side there was like a door open that kind of led to like your standard furnace room, boiler room, just cement floors, stripped walls, just normal.
Right.
That's where the furnace is. And there's a chair, and there's a chair sitting kind of in the middle facing this big ass chalkboard that's like on the ground leaning up against the wall. And then to my left is like a table with a long drawer that goes across the whole thing, and it's just slightly open, just about that far. And there's like a can of Diet Coke sitting like on the table. And so I just sit down in the chair and I'm looking at the chalkboard, and I was like, if anybody's here, write something on the chalkboard or something, And as I'm sitting there, and there's one person behind me to my left watching the same thing I'm watching, and then I literally, out of the corner of my eye, I watch, there's no breeze, there's no windows, there's nothing. I watch that can of Coke lift up and get placed into the open drawer. It didn't like slide and fall. It like, I saw it lift and then go in. And I just fucking froze. I was like, did you see that? And they're like, yep.
Yeah.
And that was wild. That was probably one of the craziest things I've ever seen in person, at least.
Yeah. I've had a bunch of those.
Yeah. Like what's the crazy, you've seen stuff move?
So in my old shop,
tattoo shop?
Yeah, people could. So it used to be a convenience store. 1988, somebody got shot, like a robbery.
Yeah.
So there's a spot on the floor where if you stand there, and I just told people, hey, like I heard about the story, and every time when I built the building, because I did the floors, I did the ceiling, I did everything, I would stand there. It's like, this is weird. This is like, I feel glued to the floor. It's kind of weird. And so I tell people, once I figured it all out, found out that someone was murdered in there, blah, blah, blah. I said, stand in this spot and look towards the front door. And literally they would stand up straight, and all of a sudden their bodies would go like this. And I said, do you feel yourself moving? They're like, I'm not moving. I'm like,
whoa.
All right, cool. So I started videoing it. Like every time someone was like, oh, I heard your place is haunted or whatever the fuck. Because there was a lot of stuff happening in there. So I started videoing it, and they're like, I didn't even think I was moving. And literally they're like a pendulum. Like,
oh, that is creepy.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah. It is kind of, that is very strange. Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny too. I actually just recently saw a video. Yeah, I saw a video online of stuff in a tattoo shop too. I'm not sure where the tattoo shop was located, but there was like a mannequin head kind of like up on a shelf that like slowly turned on its own and was like staring at everybody. And there was like a chair with like a sheet on it, and like it looked for a second like someone literally like sat down in it and then got up. Like the way the sheet moved and everything, it was perfect.
Right.
I was like, whoa, that's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting.
That is, it's cool stuff.
Yeah.
Personality, I suppose, right?
Yeah. It's definitely fascinating, especially this time of year, of course.
Yeah, I think it's fascinating any time of year.
Yeah, same. So do I. There's even been, we talked before. I'm even into like cryptids and all that stuff and UFOs, and this whole year has been nuts for. I think this year has the most, and even though as much as I want to believe, I kind of, don't think it's probably there, but there have been more Loch Ness monster sightings this year than any other recorded year in recent years or something. And all this,
I don't doubt it. Like I don't doubt that it's a thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's pretty interesting. And
You're not allowed to say aliens anymore.
why?
Did you see that?
No.
The whole woke culture.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Well, shut up.
Special guest appearance.
Yes. Demi Lovato or some shit.
Yeah, wasn't she gonna start a UFO show?
She said that she will never call people. What did she say? I'll never call them No, they're called extraterrestrialists because aliens is a bad thing.
Okay.
I was like,
nope. Just nope.
She said it out loud. Like, I was like, do you know you said that?
She said that out loud.
You should use your indoor voice, you stupid. I get it. Cool, whatever. But like, really?
That's a strange
Can't say
one.
alien anymore?
That's a strange one. You definitely can, because that's what they're called. Extraterrestrials are aliens.
No, it's an extraterrestrialists.
That doesn't even extraterrestrial list. That makes it. I don't get that.
It's way worse.
Yeah. Like we're not terrestrialists.
No,
We're just terrestrial.
Can you imagine if they show up and be like, you can just call me alien, I'm fine. I'm good. Just don't call me gray. I don't want to be gray.
Yeah, can't be gray, green. And also let's cool it with the reptilian stuff, people.
Yes. You're taking it too far.
Too far.
I can't help the way my eyelids go, all right?
Yes. That would be hilarious if they were concerned with that.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't. No.
Nothing surprises me
anymore. Not anymore. No.
As much as I was frustrated about the day and times that we live in, the one good thing I can say is I'm not surprised.
Yep.
We have some old neighbors that would be, can you believe this? I'm like, yeah.
Now.
Like I walk my dog with a 73-year-old man named Paul.
Oh yeah.
And we walk and he's like, can you believe what? Yep. I definitely can. It's bullshit. Yeah, I agree, but
yeah. It doesn't surprise me.
Welcome to 2021.
Yeah.
Nothing surprises you anymore.
Pretty much.
That, or you can't go to Halloween Horror Nights now because we have Universal has Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the scare actors are behind plexiglass now.
Ah.
Ooh, scary.
Yeah.
Scary windows.
This isn't 13 Ghosts. What are we talking about here?
Me and the wife stopped going, man.
Yeah.
We went 2 years ago and there was a group of 12 people with highlighter green t-shirts on that said, we have PTSD. Do not jump out at me. Why the fuck are you at a haunted house?
What? God damn. That's like, yeah, why the fuck are you at a haunted house? It's like, oh, I'm going to go to a fucking fireworks show next. Like, what?
Yeah. And then some lady was like walking through one of the scare zones that's not scary. And she was like, if you scare me bad enough, I'm going to sue you. It's like, why are you here?
Yeah. And what is your definition of bad enough? It's pretty broad.
It is broad. And it was people dressed as trees on stilts. Not scary at all.
No.
Are you scared of trees or are you scared of stilts? I don't know.
I don't know what's supposed to be the scary part.
I don't know, man.
And now the plexiglass thing, though, that probably just started like last year, right?
Yeah. And the people wearing masks are wearing masks.
Right. Wait.
Yep.
Like a Halloween mask or?
Yep.
Okay.
With a
face cover.
With a face diaper.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
How insane is that?
It definitely takes away from any chance of being frightened
Yeah.
or
So
entertained.
we go to Hollow Scream because they still kind of do the damn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. At least they still got one. I don't even know. I haven't heard any. We used to have up here. It used to be like you go to a Halloween store and they'd have these like little fucking newspaper style magazines that would just have every haunted attraction fucking the entire state practically. And I've been to 3 Halloween stores this year. I haven't seen one, so I haven't seen any advertisements for anything going on around here like that. I'm sure there are. I just haven't seen them.
The world is ruined.
Yeah, kind of. I love that shit.
Yeah.
Corn you probably don't have many of those down there, but haunted corn mazes are awesome.
No, we do have them actually.
All right, hell yeah.
Yeah, they're not haunted, but hey, get lost in the field. So
yeah, still kind of cool.
Can you imagine if we went riot at the racetrack? Haunted corn. There's so much corn, bro. I went through 10 miles of cornfield. I was like, I don't even know where I'm going anymore.
Back roads and shit. Yeah, that place, that was wild. It was literally in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, just smack dab in the middle of a cornfield in the middle of nowhere.
I asked the promoter, I was like, how is this a place?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, my wife works with somebody who races cars here. I'm like, they still use this thing? And he goes, yeah, there's like usually like 2,000 people here for race day. I'm like, where did they come from? Like, he's like, I know, it's kind of vague. I'm like,
kinda.
What is happening?
Kinda. I was like, I'm pretty sure they filmed Jeepers Creepers here. Like, what are you talking about?
Did you see the decapitation wire that you had to crawl under to get to the stage?
No.
Yeah, you passed it. You went under it.
Oh, there was just a wire that you had to duck under? The
bleachers went up like this.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
You had to like literally like I just wanted to put my GoPro there to see how many people decapitated themselves. But...
just a pile of heads next to it.
I want to go see that.
Here's a new skull for you, Johnny.
Yeah. I don't want to clean it though.
Yeah, that'd be a bad part of it. Are you got to be into horror movies, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What kind of horror movies do you like? What's like your favorite?
So I used to be super gore. Like it had to be gore. Okay. Gore. And I didn't care if it looked real or not. Like, gore. And I have been asked this so many times. My favorite horror movie of all time is High Tension.
Never even heard of it.
Most people haven't.
Oh yeah.
It is French.
Oh, okay.
It is amazing. There's a decapitation by piano.
What?
I know.
What?
So good.
That's awesome. I just wrote that down. I'm going to check that movie. I've got a running list of just movies I'm going through this month, and I'm going to add that to it.
So no spoiler alert. The opening scene, the camera pans in to the back of like an old ice cream truck. And in the ice cream truck, you don't see the guy, but you see his like glove like this, and you see the girl's head like this.
Okay.
So you just see the top of her or the back of her head, and she's like this. And he's like, ooh. Then the camera pans out to the back of the truck, and all you see is his hand and her head, and he drops the head in a cornfield and drives away.
Damn.
That's the opening scene, bro.
Ooh, that's a good opening scene.
Yeah, and then there's a plot twist. And most horror movies, you know what's going to happen, right? You know how that's going to work. Someone's going to be alone. They're going to trip while they're running, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
This, I'm not telling you. I will tell you there's decapitation by piano. I did kind of tell you the opening scene, which is...
That's just the opening scene. That's fine.
Right.
That's sold me on it.
There's an end to it that you're like, oh my God.
Fuck yeah. No, that's my favorite. I like if a movie's got a good twist, I usually get like pretty addicted to it.
Oh, it's great.
Especially nowadays, it's so easy to see stuff coming. I grew up when I was when I was really getting in, a young teenager, really getting into movies hardcore for the first time, my favorite movies were the two that fucked my head up the most in terms of twists were The Usual Suspects and Seven.
Kaiser Sose.
Oh, Kaiser Sose. Love Kaiser Sose.
What's in the box?
Yeah, exactly. Like, so those two, and then, but that's the thing is when okay, for at least for me, when I was a teenager, I saw those. After that, I was like, now I know what to look for in terms of twists. And so few times has anything been able to trick me since then, but a couple times, and every time it's fantastic.
But Seven that's one twist after another twist.
That's true.
Yeah.
And
then when you realize the deadly sins, you don't know, what sins they are. You just don't know how they did it.
Right.
Like gluttony was the worst.
Oh, it was the first one too.
Oh,
oh man. Well, yeah. It's gross, so gross. The other fucking one that always freaked me out. God damn it. I can't remember. Shit. I can't remember which sin it was, but there was basically what looked like a zombie corpse tied to a bed. And they
with the Christmas trees.
Yes.
Yeah.
Air fresheners. And they all thought it was dead, and then it breathed.
And he goes,
oh, that shit was creepy.
It's a good movie.
It is a good one. It's been a while since I've seen that.
What's in the box?
So many great plot twists. Yeah.
Yeah. Watch High Tension.
I will, definitely.
And then text me how great it was.
All right. Have you ever seen The Jacket?
Yeah.
That's another great twist movie with Adrian Brody. Movie. Yeah. Not a lot of people know about that one, but that's
Adrian
one of my
Brody,
favorites. Yeah. You're not a big fan?
A huge fan.
Huge fan. Yeah, I am too, honestly.
Yeah. It's great. Even I didn't like him in Peaky Blinders, to be honest with you, but
I never watched much of that show. Never really.
I watched the first 3 seasons. I loved it, and then it got stupid.
Yeah,
like Walking Dead.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's a few shows they were really good for the first. Dexter, Sons of Anarchy, like they're all good for like the first 3 or 4 seasons, and they kind of like fall off.
Yeah, that's what happened. Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
But the opening scene in Peaky Blinders when they take a razor blade out of their hat and cut people's eyes out.
Yeah, that's sick. That's a good. Come on. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm in forever.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait, it's got lame.
I mean, even the opening scene in Walking Dead is pretty
phenomenal.
Intense. Yeah, it's a good one.
Especially like Merle has to cut off his own hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, I'm in.
Fucking brutal. Have you checked out that Midnight Mass on Netflix yet?
No.
It's pretty.
I stopped watching TV about a year ago.
Yeah, fair enough.
Why?
Pretty good.
You're not allowed to say anything anymore. You're not allowed to do anything anymore.
Yeah.
Everyone's offended
by everything.
Everything.
And there's much more important things to worry about.
Yeah. So I go build motorcycles.
There you go. Do you?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I didn't know that. What kind? Or like
I should take you on a tour.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go.
Oh, hell yeah.
I can do this now.
Do you ride too?
Oh, yeah.
What kind do you like to ride?
You'll see.
All right.
So, like, this is the front entrance of the house.
Oh, my God. That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Look at that. That is fucking awesome. Yeah. The Baphomet.
So that's the room we were sitting in.
Okay. Now, what are most of those skulls? What are like steers or?
So this is a kudu.
Wow. Those almost look like ram horns, the way they curve.
Yeah, kudus. This is a gemsbok.
Wow.
A bunch of those. The evil ones are Jacob's rams.
Okay. Oh, those are sick.
Yeah. Some antelopes and cows.
Wow.
Some wildebeests.
Oh, wow. That's pretty fucking neat.
Some goats. That's what I was sitting under.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Huge.
There's 2 dead girls up on near my thing.
Not a lot of people can say that, and not go to jail.
Yeah.
Whoa, that was quite
Yeah.
quite a rack on that one.
So here's my man cave.
Hell yeah. Holy shit. God damn, dude, that looks like Bruce Wayne's garage.
A little bit, I guess. So I built this Ducati,
Dude, that is gorgeous.
Yamaha, stunt Harley, but there's like 3 more. Yeah. My little stunt street bike.
Nice.
Yeah. So I did a full gym. There's a full gym in here.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow, very nice. Very, very nice. Holy shit.
Thanks.
Hell yeah. I didn't know you actually like built motorcycles, so that's absolutely fascinating. I've never
My
ridden
overly
one.
clean tool bench.
Very clean for a tool bench.
That's a Chihuahua.
Hell yeah. Special guest appearance. What's the Chihuahua's name?
Yeah. Goliath.
Awesome.
That's the asshole that broke my computer.
Dirty bastard. Wait,
Yeah.
what kind of cat is that?
That is a blue Bengal.
Bengal. I was going to say, that's either a Bengal or a Savannah. Hell yeah.
There's a wolf walking around too.
Yeah, I remember you said you had a wolf, like an actual straight up wolf.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Goliath's like, hey, oh my God. Wow. Absolutely gorgeous. That's
Thanks.
Incredible.
Yeah. Good stuff.
That's
a wolf.
Damn, dude. That is awesome.
There you go. Get a tour.
Well, thank you so much for the tour. That you have a beautiful place, man. Absolutely gorgeous.
Thanks, man.
Really nice. Man, yeah, I didn't know you. That's really cool. So you're the lead singer of a heavy metal band. You do tattoos and you build motorcycles. Like what else? And you collect dead things.
I build guns and I do magic.
Whoa. What do you mean by magic?
I do like that's why I have Houdini's handcuffs. Like I do magic.
What? How long have you been doing that?
About 20 years.
What made you start? Was like Houdini a big influence?
No? Street magic was my
okay.
Like watching hustlers in New York City really kind of
right.
Here's $50. You're like, shit.
Fucking that's awesome. Yeah, because you grew up in the Connecticut, New York area, right?
Yeah, New York City.
Right. Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
I remember.
Build big guns. Big gun people.
What well, yeah, I mean the kind of shit, the fucking right here. I got it right here. The fucking cover of Violent Sessions. Isn't that your closet or something?
It's my closet, yeah.
That's so awesome. Where I did want to ask too, real quick, where this the newer merch in your like banner or whatever on Facebook, that devil head. Did you design that?
The devil head?
Yeah, the t-shirt has a name. The t-shirt's the KTI Devil T on the Big Cartel.
Yeah.
Where'd that design come from? Because I feel like that's pretty new.
My head.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, because I know you do all the artwork and stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Fun stuff.
What does the writing say underneath it? There's like I want to say Chinese or Japanese characters.
It's Japanese. It says violence.
Fuck yeah.
Like everything else we have says violence.
Right.
Yeah. You got to stay in the brand, right?
Yeah. Stay on brand with violence and Satan. Okay, day.
Yeah. The day goes by better with Satan, I guess. I don't know.
Yep. Did you see what Ozzy said the other day? There's an article going around saying that Ozzy said that Satan saved him from COVID.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
He had a new biography out. It was really good, actually.
Yeah, I watched it. Phenomenal. I thought it was really good. And him, Sharon, and Jack actually do a TV show.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's
yeah,
awesome.
Osbourne's Want to Believe. Yeah, man.
Yeah, where Jack's like, check this out.
Yeah.
And Ozzy's like,
It's Bull Lightning.
what's up? Okay, brother. Wow. You're like, what?
I love
No,
I love how they put fucking subtitles up for Ozzy.
you have to. How are you gonna?
I mean, in fairness, like I feel like I don't know. I've seen so many interviews. Every episode of the Osbournes grew up with that shit. Like I feel like I can understand Ozzy speak. You know, he speaks.
I
his own
understand him.
language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know if that's good or bad.
I don't know either, but it just cracks me up that they put up fucking subtitles for him when he's talking. I'm like, I can understand him, but I can see why most people can't.
It's like deathcore, right?
Yep. Exactly.
I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah.
All it is screaming.
Yeah. If we had a nickel for every time we heard that, or I really like everything about the music, I just don't like the vocals.
Yeah. I just don't understand him.
Yeah. It's like,
doesn't that hurt your throat?
No, not if you do it right. Not if you do it right. There's
yes,
actually
my throat is bleeding constantly.
Right.
You need to leave me alone.
There was a great fucking shit. I forget who it was, but there was just a great, you know, Melissa Cross.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, she just
the
did,
Zen of Screaming Lady.
Yeah, she just did a really interesting study with someone from a fairly well-known band. I can't remember the name of him, but they actually like stuck a camera down his throat and had him scream while he was doing it, so we can actually for the first time see what's happening to the vocal cords from the inside. It was very fascinating.
Yeah, I took a couple classes with Mark Cardovex.
Who's that?
He's got a YouTube as well.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Cardovox Academy, where he used to do like reaction videos, which is kind of a thing. But he's overly educational.
Nice.
Like he wants you to know how that noise happened, where it came from. Mm-hmm. So I took a class with him, and it changed the way I sang. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
How long ago did you do that?
Last year. So I used to scream. Like I just like whatever raw came out.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of technique, but now I'm hitting those low lows with no problem.
Awesome.
I'm projecting high highs with no problem. So you saw it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Pretty well.
Oh yeah. And you do it while you're fucking thrashing around like you're in a mosh pit on stage.
You gotta feel it, man.
100%. And
I can't stand when people. Okay, I'm not going to talk about the band.
Okay.
Because it's a very popular band. Bro, the microphone, he's holding it. He might do this a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
He presents his words to you. Ooh. Ah. But his feet don't fucking move the ground.
Right.
Why would you go to that?
You know, for the music, but it's like that's what gets you in the door. The thing that should keep you there is the energy on stage. And if there's not a lot of energy on stage, it's kind of hard to stay. It's a lot harder for the crowd to put energy back up there. You know what I mean? Like if we feed off each other. Like,
how far is Lansing from the cornfield we were in?
About 45 minutes.
Okay, you drove 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you took the day off work. Maybe you paid for a ticket. Maybe you did all this effort to come see me play for 25 minutes. How dare I stand in one place after you've given your whole fucking day to come see me?
Yeah, I get that.
I cannot stand it. It makes me crazy.
There's a... Go ahead.
Who do you think you are?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel.
Right.
I mean, yes, I do not want to see Adele running around our stage. I'm there for the voice.
Yes. Fair.
With our music, like, why would you not perform?
Right. Especially, it's the loudest, fastest, heaviest music on earth. Like, if you're not moving at least a little bit, you gotta fucking
100%.
You gotta put energy into it. Yeah, there's that, and it's that same logic. There's one of my favorite podcasters and comedians of all time is Joey Coco Diaz, and that's a thing that he has always said for the last 10 years that I've been listening to him now. Like, if you're gonna get a babysitter, take time off, have to drive, pay for a ticket, all that stuff, I better come and make you laugh so hard you shit your fucking pants. Like I gotta come correct. I can't give anybody a mediocre show that's gonna do all that just to come see me. So that's
Right.
that's definitely a sentiment that I think is shared by the best.
Yeah, I can't. But yeah, that's whatever.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, if Kill the Imposter were ever on a bill with a band, whether you played before or after that performed like that, everybody would leave talking about Kill the Imposter and how insane you guys are.
That is the plan, sir.
That's
Put me on that bill.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Pull them out of the fucking water. Hell yeah.
Good times.
Well, shit, man. We've been going for about an hour now. If you wanted to wrap it up, that's cool.
Let's do it.
All right. Well,
It's bedtime for this old guy.
fair enough. Well, one more time for everybody out there, the tour dates for Kill the Imposter coming up by the time this comes out next week is October 28th, South Carolina at Got Rocks in Greenville, October 29th, Georgia at Kino's Bar in Twin City, and October 30th in Orlando, the Haven Lounge.
Buy those tickets.
Buy those tickets. Sell the places out. Go fucking party with Kill the Imposter. Halloween. That Halloween show is going to be sick.
Yes,
Saturday
it
night, you guys are headlining. Woo! That's going to be a monster.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. All right, buddy. Thank you very much. We'll stop recording
man.
and then we'll hop off.
All right, see ya.
All right. Thank you. What did I tell you? We got into some wild shit, especially there at the end. It was fucking amazing. It is absolutely always an honor to have Johnny on. I love that guy to death, man. He's so, yeah, man. Yeah, I fucking love that guy, and I can't wait to see him again live. I can't wait to have him back on. I'm sure he'll be back on soon because they're going to record in, like he said, they're going to record in November. They're going to come out hopefully with something in January. Hopefully we get him back on for that. And fingers crossed that they tour up here again and I get to see him live again because, man, I love these guys. I fucking love these guys so much. So thank you all so much for joining us on this episode 201. Oh, I cannot thank you guys enough. It blows my mind. One more time, though, for anyone that may have forgotten, tour dates for Kill the Imposter, October 28th at Got Rocks in Greenville, South Carolina, October 29th at Kino's Bar in Twin City, Georgia, and October 30th, they're hosting their own headlining Halloween event at the Haven Lounge in Orlando, Florida. So if you're in any of those places on those days and you want to see a fucking ripper of a metal show, be sure to check them out. All right, look that up. Get your tickets now. It's going to be fucking amazing. But that's going to do it for episode 202. My friends, my beautiful people, my crypt crew. I cannot thank you enough for joining us on this episode. That's going to do it for this one, though. I can't say anymore. That's going to do it for this one, though. We will be back again very, very soon with so much more. We have an amazing rest of the October lined up for you guys, so I can't fucking wait. I'm so excited, all leading up to that Halloween show I talked about in the intro. But without further ado, that's going to do it for this episode of Lost in the Dark podcast. Thank you so much for joining us, and as always, raise your fucking horns and bang your goddamn heads and blast some Kill the fucking Imposter. Go to those shows if you can. We love you all to death. Good night!
Lost in the dark.